Hi, it's Stoney.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Is this my mentor?
If you want me to be. Sure.
I do.
You have to address him now as Mr. Jansen.
Yes.
He is your teacher.
Hello, Mr.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Hello, Mr. Jansen. Chris, thank you
Good
for
morning,
doing it. Thank you for doing this. This was all fine. I mean, I remember when you were here in 2013 for the 8-Man Jam, and then they said, well, this is the 8th anniversary. We want you to do the show. And I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. And then it's like, I really got to do 3 songs.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit different when you're on the other side of the fence, huh?
Yeah. It's going to be that kind of a lesson. Is that what it is, Chris? Well,
yeah, it's different. I know, man. I understand especially when you're put to the test for something, and you actually think about it. But my thing is, I just never think about it. See, music to me has always been something I just never. Here we go on the mentoring. Music has always been something for me that I've just never thought about. I just always did it.
You just do it.
Yeah, I do.
Well, and you were the first person, honest to goodness, that I thought of about this, because I remember you telling, and I know what you did at Tootsie's for all those many years, learning songs during the day and just playing them in front of an audience that sometimes is not very appreciative. And to me, that's really how you learn to play. That's really how you learn to do what you do. So
I played, just to fact check it, I played Tootsie's for 1 year in the honky tonks scene downtown in Nashville for 300. Actually, I got discovered on the 366th day, so exactly
really?
1 year. Yeah, and was kind of on my way. But the thing about it is, and you mentioned that, like, every now and again maybe a crowd is not so into it or whatever.
Yeah,
they were always into it because you have to. Another part of the mentoring session, you always have to demand respect. So no matter who you are or what level of the game you're at, and that's like when I was first into town, and that was what I would consider like bottom of the barrel, bottom of the totem pole, right? So, but I felt like I was on top of the world, and that's the whole thing. It's all about where you put your mind and where you set your mind and how you set your mindset for the day. And so, I wake up every day, and even back then, I wake up and I think, man. Now what I'm about to say, I say this with humility, by the way. But you have to think this way, or you just have no shot in life, in my opinion. So I think, man, you're awesome. You look cool today, and I bet you're going to be successful today. That's kind of how I think of myself when I wake up in the morning, and I think that's important. You have to keep that positive attitude, because if you don't believe. How is anybody else going to believe? Or why would they? Or why would they want to? So, the world will look for a reason to hate on you. The world will look for a reason to take you down. The world will always look for a reason. That's just natural. That's just natural progression of the world. That's just human nature.
Sure.
So I've always just tried to keep that. I not even try. I just do. I just keep that mindset, and that's why I'm a winner.
That's for sure.
Chris,
that's for sure.
You can't see the wall in the studio right now, but I'm about to run through it. That was so. Oh my gosh!
That's what a star is.
Though. It's true, and that is that is if I were in the entertainment business or not, it doesn't matter. That's just talking on a strictly a human person-to-person basis. I mean, everybody should think that way. I mean, that's why I try to tell my kids, like. And try to instill in my children, like, you know what? Well, so and so thinks this, or so and so wants to do that, or that's what they did, or whatever. No. It's what you do, and you have to, if you want to be the best, first of all, you need to know you're the best, and secondly, and there's a difference in knowing and thinking, by the way.
Mm-hmm. You
have to really know it and believe it, and if you're not, you'll find out. Trust me, I'm not the best at a lot of things. I mean, the majority of things, and I found out. So, because there'll always be somebody better than you. But you have to at least have the mindset. Man, you can conquer anything you want to do when you have that kind of mindset. As long as you keep, humility through it all, and which is the big important key. There's a fine line in between being pretentious and cocky, being humble and walking with great pride.
Mm-hmm. Based on that, Chris, I'm announcing my new single, my World Stadium Tour. That's empowering, man. That's great. That's why I'm talking to you. That's exactly what I need to hear. Jeez.
Well, you didn't know this mentoring session was going to be life lessons. So you guys are welcome. I'm just kidding. But man,
you're right. You're right, man.
it really is a blessing. You know what I mean? It just, we're so blessed to be alive, man. We ought to just shout it from the rooftops every chance we get. And the more we do, the more we do, and the more we remember to tell people that we're blessed and how great they are and how great life is. And the more you lift people up, the world just becomes a better place. It just does. And it also makes, your day better. And, I always say that positivity breeds positivity. And that's something I had to learn in my life. I mean, I really did. I had to learn that through songwriting. I had to learn that through my artistry and entertainment wise, and just my relationships in the world. And so, it just molds you to be a better person.
Well, and that was so evident. Now, listening to what you're saying now and hanging literally on every word. I mean, when you first came here, not too many people knew who you were, but everybody, I think, looked at you, because we talked about it afterwards, that kid's going to be something. Mm-hmm. You could see it because that's the way you handled yourself. Like, I'm here. This is what I do, and ain't I good? And you were, and you are.
Well, thank you. Well, it's all about, again, it's all about demanding. It's all about, first of all, you have to present yourself well. And a lot of people, a lot of human beings forget to do that, especially kids. That's why I always try to tell kids, man. That's why I bring kids on stage a lot, by the way. It's like, if anybody watches my social medias, they see that I bring kids on stage a lot. I don't do that to make people go, oh, or anything like that. I do it at the very end of the night, if I do it at all. And, I just want to give them a shot and I always try to pick a wide, eclectic group of kids because, man, I don't care who you are in this world or what age you are. Everybody is going through something. So, especially kids, it is so hard to be a kid, and it's hard enough just to wake up and be yourself in the morning. So I always try to just instill, especially in the youth, man, that you are awesome, you are great, and like you need to know you're blessed. I always say that if we all knew how blessed we really were, we wouldn't worry about a thing. We really wouldn't. We wouldn't care about any of the things that we normally fret about. And that's with songs, that's with performing. That's how I hope you are when you perform and become part of the 8-Man Jam. Like, it's so easy. It's just easy. It's just songs, and it's just music, and you're just you, and they're just people. But what's the worst that could happen, really? You know what I mean? So,
well,
we actually started. We started a list.
No.
I'm making a little list here.